In a recent broadcast, Pope Francis made a special appearance at his window to give his blessings to the crowd. But something truly strange happened when he stepped back inside. It appeared as if he just disappeared into thin air, leaving everyone bewildered and worried.
He goes bye-bye. Oh my God.
What's even more puzzling is that the Vatican decided to remove all copies of this unusual video, leaving only the official version. This has raised concerns among some people. Some think that maybe Pope Francis was not feeling well that day, and the Vatican is trying to hide it. Others speculate that it might be a safety measure to prevent any potential threats or harm to the Pope. However, the most unsettling thought that lingers is that basic holographic technology has been shown in public before, and if such advanced technology exists, it could be far more advanced than what we know. The worry remains that there might be hidden secrets and mysteries behind closed doors. The conclusion of an interview, a UK politician walks away, holding a distinctively red briefcase. However, as he passes by a parked car, something astonishing happens. The case suddenly changes color to green. You can still see it's green just before he reappears in the frame. This left viewers utterly puzzled, with some suggesting it could be proof of government manipulation. But the mystery doesn't stop there. Just a few minutes earlier, the briefcase transformed right before the camera, this time going from green to red. Could this be video evidence of a glitch in the Matrix, that perplexing and unsettling concept, where reality might not be as it seems? The uncertainty surrounding this baffling occurrence is enough to make anyone worry and wonder about the world we live in. During a live news segment in Honduras, the presenters found themselves in a perplexing and uneasy situation when one of their glasses unexpectedly shifted without explanation. They were baffled and uncertain about what to make of this strange occurrence, but they pushed aside their concerns and carried on with the broadcast.
Chiste nos dicen por acá, aquí prohibida la pólvora. ¡Ah! Todo el mundo revienta.
Mira, mira. ¿Viste? ¿Viste el vaso que corrió para allá?
Okay.
No sé si lo vieron.
However, their anxiety deepened when Carlos Molina, a member of the news team, revealed that he had experienced a sudden, bone-chilling sensation just moments before the glass moved on its own. He adamantly refuted any suggestions that their own production staff might be responsible for this unsettling event. To counter skeptics, Molina asserted that he had attempted to move the glass himself, only to discover that it was inexplicably stuck to the table. The incident left Molina deeply troubled, convinced that they had encountered something beyond the natural realm. He admitted to being traumatized by the experience, leaving the newsroom with an atmosphere of unease and worry that lingered like a shadow. There are so many strange stories going around about aliens and the President of the United States. Some folks think that presidents, including the current one, have been keeping secrets about Area 51 for a really long time. But let's set that aside for now and talk about something else that's been bothering me. This whole thing started with a speech from former President Barack Obama back in 2012. Some people watched the video of that event and got spooked. They thought they saw an alien working as a Secret Service agent in the crowd. When you look at the video closely, you do see a Secret Service agent watching over the crowd, but something about the way he looks is a bit strange. His head, neck, and other features seem a bit off, especially when you see him from the side. So, I can understand why some folks might think he looks like an alien. Naturally, conspiracy theorists who believe in aliens got really excited about this and started saying that this is definite proof that aliens are living among us, and even working for the president, or the former president in this case. But there were others who had a different idea. They said that the so-called alien was just trying to hide, and the camera accidentally revealed what they really looked like. What's even weirder, they claimed that the alien was somehow using telepathy to influence President Obama. I don't know why they'd say that, but at this point anything seems possible, doesn't it? But here's the thing, this is not an alien. Some people look different on camera, especially if they have certain features, and whether the lighting is dark or bright can make a big difference. So, while some are shouting that something's fishy, others are saying it's just the lighting playing tricks on us. In my previous videos, I've delved into the intriguing theory that the iconic Michael Jackson might have faked his own death. However, there's a piece of puzzling evidence that I failed to mention, and it revolves around the mysterious persona of Teddy Perkins and his peculiar appearance at the 2018 Emmys. You see, Teddy Perkins is a character inspired by Michael Jackson, who first appeared on the critically acclaimed show Atlanta, portrayed by Donald Glover. But here's where it gets really unsettling. At the Emmys, Teddy Perkins made an appearance, but it wasn't Donald Glover in the makeup, nor was it his brother Steven, or their co-star Lakeith Stanfield. What's even more baffling is that the director of Atlanta, Hiro Murai, refused to disclose the actor's identity. This secrecy has given rise to speculations that Teddy Perkins might have been Michael Jackson in disguise, using this bizarre platform to communicate something important. Some believers point to a cryptic clip in which Teddy says that someone did try to kill him, but that he's still alive. Could this have been a hidden message? Some diehard Jackson fans think so, while others remain skeptical. What are your thoughts on this enigmatic twist? It's a question that's leaving many of us deeply worried and intrigued. Being a reporter out in the field during a live segment is never easy. So many things can go wrong. Microphones acting up, camera glitches, and sometimes people you're trying to talk to just don't cooperate. It can be tough, but it's your job to keep going and finish the segment. But imagine this. Something that could go wrong involves a vehicle almost ending your life, and the whole world is watching. That's a whole different level of scary. This happened to a news reporter from SBS TV in Russia. She was reporting on a couple of helicopters that were part of a 100th anniversary celebration. As she was doing her report, these helicopters were getting ready to take off and fly away. Now, here's the terrifying part. One of the helicopter pilots thought it would be a good idea to get really close to her as they took off. It's hard to say exactly how close they were, but you can clearly see it was close enough to make her hair fly around, and honestly, it looked way too close on the screen. If even a single part of that chopper had hit her, it could have been absolutely devastating. Decapitation, a severe injury, or something equally awful. What's ironic is that she probably didn't realize just how much danger she was in, as she kept on reporting despite this near-fatal incident. Another strange twist to the story is that because the helicopters were so loud, viewers couldn't even hear what she was saying during the report. Well, let's hope next time things are much safer and better for her. This was way too close for comfort. During the 2011 Japanese tsunami news coverage, something eerie caught the attention of viewers, a strange creature lurking in the background. In the video, a blackbird appeared and disappeared in a mysterious fashion. What's even more unsettling is that when you slow down the footage, the bird seems to vanish and reappear, repeatedly. Skeptics quickly jumped to the conclusion that this unusual sight was simply a result of video compression issues. But for those who are deeply into the paranormal, they can't help but wonder if it might have been the Mothman. This enigmatic creature first made its appearance in West Virginia back in 1966 and continued to be spotted over the next year. Then, on December 14, 1967, it was seen hovering above the Silver Bridge. Tragically, the bridge collapsed the very next day, and the Mothman disappeared without a trace. Since then, it's been supposedly sighted before various disasters, leading some to believe it's a harbinger of doom. So, the question that lingers in our worried minds is, could this unusual creature in the Japanese tsunami video possibly be the ominous Mothman? In the aftermath of the devastating 2017 Mexico City earthquake, it was the Enrique Rubberman School that became the center of international attention. A heart-wrenching story emerged, captivating the nation. Rescuers mounted heroic efforts to free a little girl named Sophia, whom they had discovered trapped in the rubble. However, in a bizarre twist, it was later revealed that there was no Sophia to be found. So, who were the rescuers talking to and trying to save? The answer to this unsettling question remains shrouded in mystery. Even more chillingly, as people revisited the eerie news coverage, they noticed something deeply unsettling. A child's face could be seen in the wreckage. The unsettling question lingers: who was this child? Was it the spirit of someone who had passed away long before the earthquake? Or was it something even more sinister? The inexplicable events surrounding the Enrique Rubberman School continue to trouble those who hear this perplexing story. For a long time, skeptics questioned why we never saw UFOs on live TV. But in today's world, these mysterious sightings are captured almost every day. Yet there's one video from Peru that's particularly unsettling. It happened in February 2020 when Capital TV gathered a crowd of 200 people at Yard Beach, a known UFO hotspot. Many in the group had their doubts about seeing anything unusual, but what they captured on film was nothing short of mind-boggling. As the broadcast unfolded, some members of the audience suddenly spotted a strange, unexplained light hovering above the sea.
Está encima de la playa, no está en el cerro, miren. A ver, todos tranquilos, por favor, están grabando con los celulares. Lo que estamos viendo es una luz muy potente que se está acercando en estos momentos al campamento. Se está acercando al campamento. Quiero, por favor, que tengan mucha calma. Se está acercando. Está flotando encima de las aguas.
Excitement spread like wildfire, and people began pointing their laser pens at the mysterious object. Astonishingly, it appeared to respond to their actions.
Acá otros aparecen en este momento. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo en directo. 10:47 de la noche. Miren eso. Miren eso. Ahora, vamos a tratar de ser racionales. Mira, no se mueve. Podría ser pescadores que están en la zona y que están lanzando, pero la luz es muy potente. La luz es muy potente.
Now, while there are those who argue that it could be something ordinary, those who were there insist that what they witnessed was a genuine UFO. The thought that we might have captured such a sighting on video is leaving many feeling deeply worried and perplexed. You know, it's really worrying. Donald Trump sure does divide people. There are plenty of folks who really don't like him. In fact, there are so many people who don't like him that he's having trouble finding people to work for him, or so they say. Some folks even think he's had to resort to hiring robots. Can you believe that? That's just one idea floating around. Now let's take a closer look at this image that appeared on live television. See that red circle? Doesn't it seem like that security guard might be a robot? I mean, it sure looks that way, doesn't it? So could it be possible that Donald Trump's security team is made up of robots? It might sound unusual, but it's actually a theory that's been talked about quite a bit. especially because it was captured on live TV, so it's not something that could have been manipulated. But then again, there's also the possibility that it's just something like fake arms, maybe because they're hiding their weapons under their coats. Who knows? All a bit puzzling. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Imagine being told you'd get to do a story about animals. Most of us would jump at that opportunity, depending on the kind of animal, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to get up close and personal with an adorable and cuddly creature like my pet guinea pig, Twinkle? She's the sweetest and the perfect companion for a guy like me who talks on the internet. Plus, you might even have a chance to be around an animal you don't see every day, making it a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But for one guy, things didn't turn out so well. Charlie Starmer Smith, a journalist from The Telegraph, was sent all the way to South Africa for a segment with a lion. Now, keep in mind that this lion was in a cage and had worked with humans for a while, so it probably seemed safe. Charlie and the lion's handler entered the cage, and everything seemed okay at first. But then, things took a terrifying turn. The lion started acting aggressively, attacking Charlie, and even going after the handler. The handler tried to control the lion, but it just kept on attacking, digging its claws into Charlie's body. Finally, the handler managed to restrain the lion enough for Charlie to escape. But he was left with painful wounds that showed it was no camera trick. The lion had really hurt him. So was it a smart idea to send them into that cage? Clearly not. But there's an important lesson here. Just because wild animals like lions are kept in cages and have been trained, it doesn't mean they're fully tamed. When their natural instincts kick in, you might end up with a reporter who's been nearly mauled. It's a stark reminder of the risks involved in working with wild animals.